Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, venerable judges, respected teammates, worthy opponents, and beloved audience. Let me introduce myself. My name is Amina Husada from the first affirmative speaker. Today's motion is student demonstrations are an effective way to influence government policies. Student demonstration mean protests or rallies led by students to demand change. Influence government policies means pushing governments to make or adjust laws and decisions. We as the affirmative team believe that this statement is true. And today I will present two points. First, demonstration create urgency. Governments are often slow, but protests force them to respond quickly. Example in 2019, Indonesian students protesting to the KPK law made the government take action. Second, students have moral legitimacy. They represent the future, so demands are harder for the government to ignore. Example, US student protests during the Vietnam War influenced public opinion and pressured the government. This motion is important because it shows that students can speed up government action and give legitimacy to public demands. That's why we support the motion. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, first speaker from the affirmative team, for your constructive speech. Now, I would like to invite the first speaker from the opposition team to deliver the first rebuttal. You have 5 minutes. Please stand up.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable legislator, respectful for the moderator and the timekeeper, and our beloved audience here. I'm Wakil Salmi Amina from the opposition team. As the affirmative say that the students are agents of change from the new order era to the reforms era, students' demonstration are received as driving force for a social and political change. But the effectively to students' demonstration through our government policies are to be questioned in nowadays because in many cases there's a substantial policy change. The demonstration are not effective because sometimes the government just ignore the demonstrations of the students and think about their selfishness because students have no formal political access. And for the moment, demonstrations add with more speeches in front of government building without the submission of official documents, dialogue, or audience. This makes the actions more of a symbol of a protest that protest than an instrument for political. That's all.
Thank you, first speaker from the opposition team, for your constructive speech. Now, I welcome the second speaker from the affirmative team to present the next argument. You have 5 minutes. Please stand up.
My name is Alai Associate Speaker of Affirmative Team. My duty is for guiding our side. So, first let me straighten our side. Our first speaker said that demonstration creates urgency and force government to act. Let me cite this with more evidence. In 1998, in Indonesian student demonstration were one of the key forces that pushed President Soeharto to resign after 30 years in power. Without this protest, change would have been much slower. Secondly, second, our first speaker said that students carry more legitimacy. To this report, we can look at omnibus law. Then finally, the government regard their policies. Now let me add new argument. The, the student demonstration are effective because with a long-term political awareness. Even if policy does not change immediately, demonstration educate society and attract media attention. Therefore, student demonstrations are effective not only in urgency and legitimacy, but also shaping long-term awareness government that, that push government change. That's all for me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, second speaker from the affirmative team. Now, let's hear the counter arguments from the opposition team. You have 5 minutes. Please stand up.
Okay, everyone, my name is EDSA.
It's okay.
You can call me
You
Anna.
can
I'm
give
here
me
as the opposition team and the second speaker. So the affirmative team said that the 1998 demonstration, mostly known that it's a chaos period, and the finish demonstration ended up with a lot of victims. So, as noted by the first opposition speaker, the effectiveness of students' demonstration in influencing government policy has begun to be questioned. These demonstrations often result in clashes with security forces, damage to public facilities, and disruption to public order. Often, despite large-scale demonstrations, the government continues with the present policies without substantial change. Demonstrations tend to create only temporary pressure, not long-term solutions. And students are not part of the legislative or executive branches, so their versus have no direct legal force, the government is more likely to respond to pressure from political parties, official institutions, or politically or economically powerful community groups. In the era of social media and digital transparency, physical demonstrations are outpaced by strategic and measurable online campaigns. Government and the public are more easily influenced through data-driven digital narratives. Student demonstration to have historical and symbolic value, but in the modern context, they often fail to be an effective instrument for influencing government policy. Without strategy, research, and collaborative approach, straight actions tend to produce only short-term effects, not real policy change. Thank you.
Thank you, second speaker from the opposition team. Now, please welcome the third speaker from the affirmative team. You have 5 minutes. Please stand up.
Yes, I am Nabila Fitriana Abda as a third affirmative speaker. My role today is to respond to the opposition aside and highlight the main case of our team. The first, let me address the points from opposition. They say demonstration casts description. It's part of democratic participation. Without description, government will simply ignore demands. The story proves that description has a government to aid. And the second, they argue that demonstrations are inconsistent and sometimes violent, like the omnibus law case. And the third, the opposition mentioned risk to the student, but risk exists in every form of political struggle. Now, let me highlight the main case. The first, urgency. Demonstration free governments to act faster than they usually would. And the second, moral legitimacy. Students represent the future and their voice carry unique weight. And the third, long-term awareness. Demonstration inspire debate and build pressure. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, third speaker from the affirmative team. We have arrived at the final stage of this debate. Let's hear the closing arguments from the opposition's third speaker. You have 5 minutes. Please stand up.
Hello, my name is Ahmad Rizky Taufik as third speaker.
Anak Kinsey.
Omnibus Law case, despite the demonstration and media coverage, the government still implements the policy. The affirmative team says that they believe that student demonstration is effective for policy change, but they forget about the effective public. It had been conveyed by the first and second speaker that the effectiveness of student demonstration is starting to be questioned. Because in many cases, demonstrations don't always result in substantial policy change. This demonstration often result in haste, with security force, damage to public facilities, and disruption to public order. Often, despite larger scale demonstration, the government continues with the processed policies without substantial change. Students have no formal political access without a party or representative to support them. Public pressure on the streets alone is not enough to overturn the process. Without strategy, research, and collaborative approach, street action tend to produce only short-term effect, not real policy change. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, third speaker from the opposition team. We're now moving on to the reply speeches, where each side will summarize their case in 3 minutes. According to the rules, opposition team will speak first, followed by the affirmative team. Opposition reply speaker, please stand up.
As the reply speech of the opposition team would present that these demonstrations are resulting pressure to security forces, damage to public facilities, and disruption to public order. Often, despite large-scale demonstration, the government continues with the protest policies without substantial change. In the area of social and digital transparency, physical demonstrations are outpaced by strategic and measurable online campaigns. There is no space for direct dialogue as actions take place on the streets, non-informal policy spaces let the scale demonstration often end in chaos. That's why the opposition team believe that the students' demonstrations are not an effective way to influence the government policies. Thank you.
Thank you. Lastly, the reply speaker of the affirmative team, please stand up.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
My name is Alif Wasimur as a reply speaker in this afternoon. This debate is about whether student demonstrations are effective in influencing government policies. There are three main cases we have. First, we can see we show demonstration act faster because the existence of urgency. Two, legitimacy. We show that the student represent the future and their voice carry weight. Third, long-term awareness. We we show that demonstration can affect to public awareness about political problem. In conclusion, this affirmative team showed the effective of student demonstration, including frequency, student carry legitimacy, and great long-term awareness. Therefore, our arguments are wins this debate. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you very much to both teams for your engaging arguments and thoughtful delivery. We now move on to the evaluation session. I kindly invite our judges to give feedback. Please welcome Mr. Munir to share the evaluation.
Yeah. Should I say? Should I say to the audience? Should I say to the audience that the check. Okay, so we would like to deliver a huge apology, everyone. The evaluation from the judges will be delivered in the end of the match, yeah, just to keep the fairness between matches, so that the advancing team will not be beneficial from the evaluation done by the judges. Yeah, so they will be keep their natural their natural skill, their natural ability, are also their natural performance based on something that they have learned, not from their personal experience, for example, also from how they supervise from the ongoing matches. So I believe that the evaluation from the judges, it will make the incoming the incoming matches will be a bit unfair for the previous one. Okay, thank you very much, and we promise to give the evaluation later on. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the speakers. Please give applause to our speakers and judges. We are moving on to the next round.